Alright, what's going on, guys? It's Trev back again here bringing up videos. This one's going to be a video review of The Walking Dead Season 2, Episode 7. Pretty much dead already. This will contain major spoilers, so if you haven't watched the episode yet, please head on over to ISO Hunt. You can, torrent it. Just search for The Walking Dead, Pretty Much Dead Already, and you will find it. So, yeah, as I said, major spoilers. That's the last warning you're going to get. Okay, let's get on to it. So, right off the bat, I'm going to say this is my favorite episode of The Walking Dead ever. I think that it's kind of unarguable that this is the best episode of The Walking Dead from all of Season 1, Season 2. This is by far the best episode we've ever seen. So, and with that, probably my favorite television episode I've ever seen of any show, period. This was just bananas, man. This was awesome. All of the things leading up from Season 2 have led into this. In my opinion, this was even better than the first episode of Season 2, the premiere. With everything that happened at the end and all that, and everything just, coming into fruition and just tying itself together at the end so well. So let's start from the beginning. This is probably going to be a long review, so we'll just take it from the top. So at the beginning of the episode, we get to see a lot of the stuff going on. Glenn tells everybody at the camp pretty much about the walkers in the barn. Shane loses his mind. Shane and Daryl almost go at it, as well as a few other people. And I am continuously impressed by Shane's character. He is just a million times cooler than he was in the comic book. A million at least. And I think that this episode right here really diverges away from the comic book and what was in the comic book and takes this into a new direction. And the show, I mean by that. And I think it's fantastic. I think that this is a better direction than the comic book went. And, having Shane around still and seeing how he reacts to situations is amazing. Everything like that was cool. And I'm just going to throw this down right now. Who would win, Shane or Daryl, if it went down? I got to go with Shane. Even if they're both healthy, I still have to pick Shane in that situation. I think it's funny the way John Berthium, is it something like Bernthal? Something like that. The actor who plays Shane, the way he portrays Shane, and he's walking around kind of like he's just, he's got his shoulders held high, like he's a tank or something, walking around this kind of stuff. Although, he could use a little bit more weight training because he's really not that big, if you ask me. But anyway, it's just funny the way he plays him, like he's just this, this badass and stuff, and especially at the end, and at the beginning, the way he's like, he's shouting at Daryl, and then Daryl's shouting back at him, and he's saying, "I'll beat your ass," and all that stuff. That was just awesome, man. I'd love to see that. So I gotta go. If these two went at it, I gotta go with Shane in that. I gotta take Shane's side in that one. My money goes on Shane for sure if those two fought. Moving on from there, the episode, slows down a little bit in the middle and then, of course, picks up again at the end. So in the middle, we got to see some interesting stuff between Shane and Daryl that was well acted and everything. And, Daryl kind of, sorry, not Daryl, Dale. Dale kind of, I don't really know what he was doing. I mean, he takes the guns and he wants to hide them, but is that a good decision? I mean, I gotta say, older, wiser, yeah, but, it's kind of funny. Sometimes older people, they make some of these decisions sometimes, and it's just like, you just have to wonder, like, what are you thinking? Like older, wiser, yeah, but what are you doing? You take all the guns and you want to hide them because you think that, you'd be better off without them. But in this world, you need to have guns. I mean, you do. I mean, what if another, if zombies come in, you got to be able to take care of that. Or if another group shows up, you gotta have guns, man. Like, what do you think you're doing? I just, I know he sees Shane as dangerous, but I don't think that's the right way to go about it, hiding the guns and all that. So he pulls the gun on Shane, and Shane just totally doesn't take him seriously at all. Like, he doesn't think he'll do it. And he's right. Dale really doesn't have what it takes to do that. But then Dale says something really cool afterwards. Now, I won't be able to quote it exactly, but something along the lines of about how the world, will change them, and at least he still has, those morals, those ethics that he had from before. Shane is totally, completely changed by this world and everything, and what's happened to him. So with all the excitement at the end, it's kind of hard to think about what else happens in the middle. So you've got Hershal, of course, who's ready to kick them out. He's like, you guys have to leave. And then he gives Rick a chance. He says, you do things my way. You help me bring these two zombies into the barn. Straight out of the comic book, same pretty much, well, not straight out, but very close to the comic book. And then they come back, and then, of course, in the comic book, Shane wasn't there. But, in this situation, my favorite part of the whole episode right here coming up, Shane starts running down, because it's kind of like you have this battle of leadership between the characters in the show. You've got Rick, who's kind of he's similar to Dale in that way that he'll do what he needs to do to keep everybody safe. But at the same time, he doesn't want to, lose who he is, as a person, his ethics, his morals. He doesn't want to go down that road. But, Shane, on the other hand, he'll just do whatever it takes, and he doesn't care, shooting people and stuff. I almost thought that they might go the route of having Shane take out Hershal or something. I mean, I don't even know, at this point. But then, you see Shane kind of lose it, and then he charges at the barn, and he breaks it open, and then he pretty much forces everybody, and he gives this angry speech. Shane is a lot like a dictator almost, sorta, whereas you could look at Rick as someone who he takes opinions from people. Shane just doesn't want to hear it. He just does whatever he thinks is best, and he doesn't ask for anybody else's approval. Really, he doesn't ask for anybody else's input. He just does whatever the hell he wants. So this was the most exciting part of all The Walking Dead. And major spoilers, last warning. So then we see all the walkers come out, and then at the very end, you're thinking, wow, you're already probably thinking, I mean, this is the best episode of The Walking Dead ever. This is just awesome. Hershal's down there, and, the zombies that they were holding have been shot. Shane shoots the one like 5 times in the chest and then in the face, and he can't take the nonsense. He just thinks that it's totally asinine the way Hershal looks at the walkers and how he treats them and everything, and he just can't take it because a lot of people in the first season who died and stuff, and all the people who died, he makes a good case. I gotta agree with him in this situation. I mean, yes, it is Hershal's barn or Hershal's farm and barn, and all of his stuff, but at the same time, you've got this bomb right next to you that could go off any time. Even during the night or something, if they get out or something happens, who knows? So instead of there being an accident and the zombies getting out, in this case, they actually, Shane lets them out. And then, you see them all, shit hits the fan, everybody's shooting up a storm. Very cool, just laying them out like crazy. That was just amazing. Probably going to watch that 10 times. And then you see zombie Sophia. A huge reveal, a huge, thing they've been looking for all this time. And meanwhile, probably Hershal's son found her and didn't really tell anybody because he didn't really know what was really going on or what she looked like or anything, and he brought her into the barn. So, wow, that was amazing. What a great way to wrap that all up. I was saying last episode, I was talking with some guys online, some of the comments on YouTube, and we were saying like this, they really got to wrap up this Sophia thing. They either have to find her or stop looking or something. But I still didn't expect this to happen. I didn't expect her to show up as a zombie. I mean, this was just, that was amazing. Keeping the realism of this situation and the way Robert Kirkman writes The Walking Dead, because realistically, if that girl is out there, for a couple days, she's a goner. That's all there is to it. She's got no chance by herself, And of course, Carl with his part, and how he feels about the situation and everything, and really taking this away from the comic book. Because if you guys don't know, in the comic book, we're up to episode or issue like 90 something, and Sophia's still alive in it, and she's still doing her thing. So, still kicking. I mean, really. So now, this totally diverges again. And I like that. I want to see that, it'd be totally different. I don't want it to be like the comic book in any way. I want it to be totally its own thing, and that's what they're doing here. Yes, they had the Shane thing with letting him live, but now they're totally going on their own path, because a key character later on was Sophia, who I'm sure in the comic book eventually, will be important later on, probably, at least for a storyline or something, and she's already gone. So, that was a huge reveal, just a very cool moment. And then, of course, to tie the episode together to make it absolutely perfect, who do you have, Shooter? You have Rick say, okay, somebody's got to do it. Everybody else is kind of, shocked and stone cold there. They can't do anything. Rick, as the leader, walks up and does the deed. Wow, perfect episode, 10 out of 10 from Trev. I would love to hear what you guys think in the comments. Please give me a little bit of feedback, and let me know what you think. Daryl versus Shane, who takes that? I got to go with Shane. And Zombie Sophia, what did you think? I was blown away. I thought that was the best. That was probably the best moment of all of The Walking Dead. The best payoff, the best reveal. Just, wow, that was just awesome. Very, very cool. And what do you think of the situation between Dale and Shane? Do you think Dale did the right thing by holding the guns? I don't think he did. Let me know what you guys think. And also, what do you think is going to happen, after all this goes down? Just crazy. Crazy episode. The best episode of The Walking Dead, period. Hope you guys enjoyed this review. I'll be doing reviews of every single episode of The Walking Dead. Please subscribe if you haven't. Alright guys, that's Trevor saying it. Peace. Later.